The hardest stage of this year's Tour de France. Could Jonas Vingegaard and Visma Bike crack Tadej Pogačar? He's 4.5 minutes adrift. This is a stage you have to try. It's maybe the last and best chance to try. They do the Col du Glandon and the Col de la Madeleine, followed by the Col de la Loze. 3 HC climbs, all nearly an hour long, with some steep sections. La Loze is where Pogačar struggled in 2023. Milan and Trek controlled for 20Ks for the first intermediate sprint. Then break formation was allowed to begin with the protagonists of the two big teams forefront, Wellens and Van Aert, getting ahead before the Glandon started. But it wasn't long until the climbers were at the front that hadn't got much margin. And who is this? I was like, is Primoz Roglic marking Matteo Jorgensen? The answer was no. Primoz Roglic says, let me have this dance. Jorgensen's looking at him like, hold on, that's Primoz Roglic. So 5th on GC on the attack on the first climb of the day. Soler begins to pace all out. It reduces the peloton to like 30 guys. Amaury gets across with Felix Gall. He starts smashing in front. And so UAE decide to slow down, let Pollitt take the front and control it. The last few guys get across. Arensman, Storer, Kuss is on the radio saying to Jorgensen in front that the break is getting the green light. O'Connor, I think, might be the last guy who bridged across. So that's pretty important, pretty relevant for later in this stage. And then it's just a pacing contest between Nils Pollitt and Amaury. And I'm a fair man. Nils Pollitt was a beast today. On the Col du Glandon, he kept this gap incredibly tight to a motivated breakaway in front, which had his teammate Wellens in. He has a mechanical just before the top, which costs him. He never gets back to that group until the bottom of the descent, where Arensman and Jorgensen go clear. Roglic misses it. He waits behind Amaury and Gall, not the best descenders, and those two get like 40 seconds for free. So it's 1:54 at the top. That gap expands to the best part of 3.5 minutes by the bottom of the Madeleine. So now they're going to do another 54-minute climb. Sivakov on the front for UAE Team Emirates. Amaury still pacing Felix Gall, O'Connor and Roglic. So for stage hunters like O'Connor, they haven't had to turn a pedal in anger yet on the Glandon or the Madeleine, but Visma Bike take over on the Madeleine. They take over early and Van Aert's done. Benoit starts pacing. The group starts to get whittled down. We're doing POG, facial analysis, watch. Amaury drops, so it's up to Arensman and Roglic to start pulling. Then it's Campenaert's turn. So Visma is cycling through the riders quickly. Fringe top 10 guys like Healy, or well, they're not fringe, they are in the top 10. Healy and Vauquelin are dropped. Pogačar's seeing what the status is ahead. And then Vingegaard's on the radio saying, change to Simon Yates. You know things are about to get serious. Pogačar jettisons some water out of his bidon. And then it's the Simon Yates lead out time, reducing the group to about 10 guys. Roglic, they're only a minute ahead now. And then when Kuss launches, here Florian Lipovic kind of makes a mistake because Roglic, his teammates ahead, who's provisionally third on GC, only is fourth on GC. And the two ahead of Lipovic are first and second on GC, quite a bit ahead of him. And he really does a big effort. Never actually gets across to Kuss, Vingegaard, and Pogačar. And then when Vingegaard goes, he's left in no man's land. Vingegaard tries. If he drops Pogačar here and gets across to Jorgensen, perhaps with the descent and valley coming up, he can take big time. And it's big time that he needs to take. But Pogačar doesn't lose an inch off Vingegaard's wheel on the uphill. Lipovic is caught. He's 30 seconds ahead of Onley, so he can, if he gets across, kill Onley's GC, even though Onley is 2 minutes behind him in fourth. But if he doesn't get across, he's caught in no man's land. But for Onley, it wasn't looking great either. He's got no teammates, and none of the UAE or Visma domestics willing to help. Pogačar looks cruisy. He goes to the front on the top of the Madeleine. He wants to calm it down for the descent. Probably the most nervous he was all stage was on the descent. I guess when you're nursing a 4-minute lead, and you got good legs, then the only thing that can really stop your Tour de France bid is a crash. So he was leaving a pretty big safety margin on the descent behind Jorgensen and Vingegaard. Roglic was thinking about passing him a couple of times. But in the valley, no one wants to work. Jorgensen doesn't want to work. Vingegaard, or no one wants to work with him. So the stage hunters, O'Connor and Rubio, who made it over the top, they go clear. Jorgensen follows them, and then the group completely stop. Pogačar's on the radio seeing where his teammates are. Lipovic comes back, still with Only behind. They got an opportunity here with Red Bull Bora Hansgrohe. They could pace with Roglic, or they can attack as well with Roglic and try to do what O'Connor and Rubio are doing, because still Only's he's got no teammates. They go ahead with Lipovic. He gets 2 minutes before the base of Col du Loze. Poor Arensman and Goal were the ones that drew the short straw that were marked out. Frank van den Broek and Barguil bring back Oscar Onley, and then the Col du Loze starts. 1 hour of climbing plus picnic storm past on the right-hand side of the Vingegaard, Pogačar, Roglic, Goal, Arensman group, and they bring back the UAE and Visma Domestiques. Adam Yates, Simon Yates, Soler, Sepp Kuss, as well as Jonathan Narvaez. But in the breakaway, Jorgensen's dropped. O'Connor's looking around. Now he's thinking, I got 3 minutes. I'm reasonably feeling good because Amaury and the others have done a lot of work for me. I've been able to hide since I jumped across. And Visma start pacing with Simon Yates. They aren't gaining on him. So he attacks Rubio early, wants to just do his own tempo. 15Ks to go. It's 3:20 and it doesn't budge. Jonathan Narvaez comes to the front in the flatter section through Courchevel. The gap's still not moving. Adam Richard Yates starts to do his thing. It does come down 20 seconds, but Lipovitz is dropped. He starts to pay for his efforts. Goal and Roglic start to yo-yo. Oscar Onley's looking strong, but Ben O'Connor, like he normally does, he wins a very, very hard mountain stage from the break every year. He was looking like that was happening. Vingegaard attacking when he was on 242 wasn't going to change that. Pogačar doesn't budge. Only follows the two big guns, but Ben O'Connor wins the stage. A huge pick-me-up for him and Jaco Alula. Pogačar attacks in the last few hundred meters and puts Vingegaard on about a 10-second gap. So different feeling for Pogačar on Col du Loze this time. No, I'm gone, I'm dead. He takes more time and looks like he's wrapped up the yellow jersey in GC. O'Connor winning the stage ahead of Pogačar, then Vingegaard, Only, Rubio, Felix Gall, Roglic, Adam Yates, Tobias Johannesson, Sepp Kuss. Here's what the Australian had to say after the stage.
It's the biggest race in the world, but it's for sure the cruelest. So I wanted to have another victory for so many years now. I've been fighting with thirds and fourths and so close, but I couldn't be proud. Couldn't be more proud of myself and the boys. They back me every single day this whole race, even throughout the pretty rough times. So yeah, thanks to everyone at Jaco Alula, and it's what the team needed and it's what I needed. Once again, the Valley was just a perfect opportunity to get time. You're going to get smoked by Tadej and Jonas if you stay there, so it was worth a shot. And the final climb is just waiting for the steepest part just before we entered into Courchevel Centre, and then it was just all about pacing and keeping on the speed and just typical time trial stuff, you know. It's what I do best. It was nice to savour this one a little bit more than my last one.
In terms of GC, no changes in the front two, just Pogačar extending his lead, but Lipovitz loses the majority of his 2-minute lead on Oscar Onley, who's now 22 seconds behind him for the podium and for the white jersey. Now, Lipovitz still has Roglic close in 5th. There's another mountain stage tomorrow. We'll see if they play their cards differently, but that's the thing to watch tomorrow, I think. Hope you enjoyed the video, and I'll see you then. Ciao, ciao.